Okay, so today we're going to look into this factoring trinomials. Okay, so the first thing, I'm going to use a different methods that we can use in here. Let's say p squared plus 14p plus 48. So this is a trinomial because you have 1, 2, 3 terms. So when you have 3 terms, we call it a trinomial. So we're going to write a binomial, or you can call it as a factoring. So when you do that one, so always look into the last term, the constant term, which is a 48. So in the last term we have 48. So what we need to do is we're going to find the factors for the 48. So to multiply your factors, you need to get a 48. When you add or subtract, you need to get the middle term. Add or subtract, middle term. So that's what we need to look at it, which is 4. Tell me the factors of 48. What times what gives you 48?
Wait. Nothing. 3 dot 4.
So multiplying two numbers need to give you 48. Okay.
That's all the numbers.
Right, so all the numbers, that's the work. But again, if I look at it, out of these, when I add them, I need to get a 14.
Is that 14 or no 4?
That's a 14.
Sorry.
Okay, so that's a 14. How we can get is like probably we can use a 6 and 8. Because when you add these two, you get 14. But when you multiply it, you get 48. Okay? So you can write your factors now. P plus 6, and then P plus 8. So those are the factors. Okay? Very good to go this. So I'm going to show you a different method on this one. Just keep looking on this one, so we're going to look at another method. So in this method, I'm going to use a little bit of the box. Means basically is all of them are the same, just we're doing it in a different way. That's all we're doing. So when you look at this box, so you're going to write the p squared, which is the first term, and it's the last term, 48. Okay? So once you have these, p squared I can write a p times p, and then 48 I can find the factors. So p times p, it's p squared, and then 48 I can write so 6 times 8. So, and I'm going to check this by cross multiplying. So I'm going to multiply these two and multiply these two, and then I can check my answer. Multiply these two, which is p times 8 is 8p plus 6p, which gives you 14p, which is our middle term. Okay? So once you have that, your answer is basically this, p plus 6 and then p plus 8. So that's your answer. So it's going to be p plus 6 and then p plus 8. So your factors, you can write a p plus 6 times p plus 8. Okay, are we good to go on this one?
Okay.
Okay, good. Since you understand the last question, let's try one of you guys this, and then other one can try the other question.
We'll go push.
Sure.
That's your number 4.
Okay. And what is this one, number 3?
3.
Okay, alright, good to go. Okay, next one. When you have a question like this, it doesn't kind of like come as a factoring itself. What we need to do is, I'm going to write down the question. Y cubed minus y squared plus 2y minus 2. When I look at this question, I am kind of looking what I can factor out of these. what I can factor out of these. So, so what I can factor these, in these two I can take the y square, in these two I can take the 2. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the y squared out of these two, and I'm left with y minus 1. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
When I take that y squared out of these two, I'm left with y minus 1. And same here, I'm going to take the factor 2 out of these two. Let's see. Plus, I'm going to take the 2 and then I end up with the l minus 1. Now if I look at it, I have y minus 1 here and also y minus 1 here. So I can factor that out. Y minus 1. And then I'm left with the y squared here and then plus 2 here. So I'm going to put that one together. Y squared plus 2. So this is the binomial factoring. Okay? You understand that? 16 minus x squared plus 2xy minus y squared. So this is the question is given to you and you need to factor this one. So what I'm going to do, since I can't factor out here in these two, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to concentrate on these 3. See what I can do with this. Okay? So out of those 3, when I do that, so I can write it, I can take the factor of the negative, so I can get x squared minus 2xy plus y squared. Do you follow this step? I took the factor of the negative, so that means negative times positive is negative x squared, negative times negative is positive 2xy, negative times positive is negative y squared. Good?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I can write this into x minus y whole square. So what I did is, I wrote this one into x minus y whole square. Because x minus whole square formula itself, x squared minus 2xy plus y squared. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, so once you have that stuff is done, the 16 I can write it 4 square. So at 16 I can write it 4 square minus x minus y whole square. Now when I look at this question, this one looks like a plus b times a minus b, which is, there's a formula called in your algebra, a squared minus b squared equal a plus b times a minus b. Okay? So according to that, this is your a, this is your b. So a plus b means 4 plus x minus y times 4 minus x minus y. So I can write that final answer plus y. So these are the factors for that question. These are kind of like a little complicated questions, but once you understand the factors and rules, then it makes more sense out of that. Okay?